I am Victor Huerta, and on today's real estate show, buying a house in Phoenix, Arizona for the first-time homebuyers for April 2020. I am going to give you a market update, some tips and advice, because the coronavirus is here across the United States and Phoenix, Arizona. You might think that, the market's going to crash. It might be time to buy a house. Prices are going to go down. Well, let's pump the brakes if you are a home buyer. Let's pump the brakes if you're coming from out of state. Let me give you some overall data, and then let me give you some tips and advice of what we're seeing on the streets here in Phoenix, Arizona. So let's go.
This is where they go for the real estate info. I'm here to lead and help you succeed. One thing that you'll learn about me is I'm on a mission to get the knowledge to the world when making decisions and buying and selling real estate.
Victor Huerta.
Remember my name.
Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So if you are considering on buying a house, here is some advice for April of 2020. Things are going to change monthly. So you see my YouTube channel coming out with just more content. If you're a first-time home buyer, repeated home buyer, or investor, or trying to retire here in Phoenix, this is probably something you want to listen to right now. So with that being said, let me give you some advice and some tips. I'm getting this information researching from a subscription that I do with the Crawford Report, okay? Tina Tamborn she does this whole statistics. She's an analyst. She analyzes our market, our current real estate market. She sends out a lot of spreadsheets, a lot of data. She does her commentary. And I try to pull those nuggets for you and give them to you for free in my channel. So you can be mindful. Okay, so you can be mindful when you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in some real estate. So, to kick it off, I got my notes down here, so I'll be looking up and down. It was extremely competitive for home buyers, okay, especially if you were at $500,000 and below. Because this is the reason. This is the reason why. Is you had wholesalers, you had cash buyers, okay, you had vacation rental investors. Then you had the traditional buyer like yourself, but then don't forget the iBuyers. Okay, you had Redfin, you had Zillow, you had Open Door, you had all kinds of back door, negative door, side door, buying all these properties cash. So inventory was so tight for you, the traditional home buyer, there was not enough inventory. Okay, well, take a look at what just happened with the coronavirus. So if you are on the fence of buying a house, you might want to step into that mode right now or in the next couple months. Only if you have a secure job, secure income, you have a good mindset moving forward, because it's still going to be difficult buying a house. We're still in a seller's market. But all the iBuyers have left. Okay? They are out of the market. They actually had contracts on buying homes from sellers that were buying new construction or buying another house, and they backed out of those contracts. They left them hanging. They left all these sellers hanging. These sellers are pissed off at these iBuyers. So you had Zillow, Redfin, Open Door, all these side doors, cash buyers, etc. These corporations that were involved with Wall Street money buying these homes for a small return for their investors, they're gone. They're out. They're not buying any more properties. So that inventory has now changed. So people who want to sell their house, well, they're back to like an agent like myself, who have been here for years, and they just wanted to sell their house for less money with no hassle. Well, they can't do that anymore. So you as a home buyer, you have the opportunity now for more inventory. Now, let's get into some other notes. With that being said, it has pumped the brakes on appreciation and rising prices, okay? Not saying the market's gonna crash, because the data tells us that the market's not going to crash here in Phoenix. That's the data from the Crawford Report, not from me, from the Crawford Report. So we're not gonna have a 2008, okay? But let me give you this little tip right now. Prices are slowing down. We're seeing sellers decrease their price a little bit, and they have to do a little bit more to sell their house. So if you were on the fence to buy a house, Rates are still low, prices are still great, but you have to be ready to pull the trigger, and only you're gonna know how to do that because of your job or your income, and you feel like you have a great foundation. Nothing's gonna happen to your job and your income, and to make sure you get your family prepared mentally, physically, because mentally you're gonna be asked for a lot of documents with your lender because lending has gotten so tight. So tight. Ladies and gentlemen, think about this. The stay-at-home order across the United States. Arizona is a retirement destination. Many people sell their homes from the East Coast, especially where it's cold, to come retire here in Arizona. So that has stopped. Second homes, retirement homes, vacation homes, all that has stopped this year. So if you're looking to get into a house, this year might be the time. Okay? Keep up with the news here on my channel with the Phoenix real estate markets. I do these updates monthly once the data comes out. And then when it's your time to make your move, then it's time for you to reach out to me. So more inventory, more product is coming to the market at 500,000 and below. 500,000 and above, more houses are sitting on the market for sale. Those sellers have to say like, okay, it's gonna take longer for me to sell my house, so I'm not gonna get the multiple offers in the first 4 days. Under 500,000 or even between 5 to 700,000, we were getting multiple offers once we had a house listed. We had to tell ourselves like, hey, calm down, the virus is here. We're not gonna sell your house in the first 48 hours like we were previously before the coronavirus. So you as a home buyer have a little more negotiation power. Little bit. Little bit. Okay, so you're probably saying, man, this guy is full of, yeah. No, I'm just giving you the statistics and the stats here from the Cronford report. Okay, you're probably thinking, well, the market's gonna crash. There's no way I'm gonna buy a house. I'm gonna wait till the market crashes here in Phoenix. Then I'm gonna swoop in and take a great deal. Hold on. Cronford report states, don't expect prices in Greater Phoenix to drop like they did in 2008. When investors pulled out of the market, prices were so high that families making the median income could only afford 27% of what was selling. 27%. That means the overall Maricopa Pinal County is a traditional home buyer can only afford 27% of what the market was selling before the crash of 2008. Right now, families are making income that can afford 68% of the market of what's selling here in Phoenix. 68%, let's just call it 70. Okay, so there's a 30% gap. Okay, so with rates being so low, 70% people can afford the house. Now, if you're thinking about buying a house, like I said before, is only you know that you can afford a house. Only you can know if your job is secure. Only you know if you're ready. Only you know if you got the money for the down payment. We are here to help guide you and make that transaction smooth as possible and make sure that you are ready. Lending has gotten stricter. FICO scores have increased. Down payment assistance programs are hard to get. Debt to income ratios have decreased. Lenders are verifying income in the front, middle, and back end of your loan process. You can't lock your interest rates. What I am reading and hearing on the streets is 10 days before you close on your loan. So we're still in a seller's market. So you see, you got benefits, you got pros, you got cons. Pros is prices are loosening up. Sellers are decreasing the prices. You're having more inventory. Interest rates are still low. If you have great income, it's a good time to buy. Cons is lending got stricter. We're still in the seller's markets. The coronavirus is here. We don't know what's going to happen with the virus, if we're going to open up the states, if it's going to get worse, if it's going to get better. So you have to put it all together, and only you can do that. And then you can reach out to me and I can ask you some questions. Make sure it guides you in the right direction if you are buying a house here in Phoenix, because I don't want to put you in a house, okay? And then you have to call me 6 months and like, hey, or 3 months, 9 days, and like, I lost my job, Victor, I need to sell my house or I'm gonna have to go to foreclosure, short sale, I might ruin my credit, it's affecting my entire family. I don't want to put yourself in that situation. I wouldn't want you to put me in that situation. So buying a house in Phoenix, Arizona in April of 2020 or overall 2020, it's gonna be a good investment for you. Only if you are stable with your job and your income with the virus. Okay, so the overall message, what I'm trying to just say is, if you have a stable job and you're still looking to buy a house, your time is coming now in April and the future of 2020, depending on this coronavirus, okay? It seems like it's trending downward, but keep up with the news. There's only 2 places I keep up with the news is Cuomo in the state of New York City and here locally, okay? Because New York City they're like in the front lines, like in a war. They're in the front lines dealing with this. They got hit the hardest, the first. So Cuomo and your local state, which is here in Phoenix, Arizona, or whatever state you live in. So just think about this. If 68% of people can afford housing here in Arizona in 2020, compared to 27% was the number, yes, 27% back before the crash of 2008, that's why we're saying that we're not going to see a 2008 here in Phoenix, because we don't have those ARM loans, those 5, 7 balloon loans, the interest only loans. We don't have that right now. Everybody who's purchased a house has a 30 fixed low interest rate mortgage where it can be affordable if maybe one person loses their job within that family or household, or they can even just sell their property, take the equity, go rent for a while, come back on the market and purchase again when they find another job, okay? These are the statistics from the Cromford Report. If you're thinking about buying a home in Phoenix, Arizona, these are some advice, statistics that I am reading here to give you the knowledge to make your decision when you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in some real estate here in Phoenix, Arizona. Do me a favor, don't forget to click the subscribe button and that bell to get notified once we drop the latest video. We are just bringing some home buyer content, home seller content, the Phoenix real estate market updates, so you can be mindful when you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in some real estate. We will see you on the next video. If you have any questions, email me at victor@freeagentproperties.com. Again, that email address is victor@freeagentproperties.com, where we release new videos each week on home buyer tips, home seller tips, the Phoenix housing market updates, so you can be mindful when you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate. We will talk to you soon.